Hello and welcome back to the Midwest Mainline. We are sat at the sawmill. In fact, we're going to move round. Take a look. There it is. Busy working away. And that is Minneapolis there in the background. Before we get going with the results to the vote for the second series and what country we are heading to, we've actually got some things to do. Immediately. Yeah, no long intro today. Although we will be briefly heading back for the vote results, as I said. But we have to sort this out. We've got the UI up straight away. We're going to shift this one. We're going to get it going. Right, get going. No, don't reverse. Go the other way. Good start. Start how you mean to go on. We actually need to change this line. If we go to manage line, I don't want these to do this just yet because we're going to have to wait and see just how this sawmill decides to divide its resources between... ooh, I have not turned that off, have I? Yeah, let's turn that off. Some people like the red numbers going up. Personally, I do not. It ruins the pretties, doesn't it? So yes, we've got to wait until this kind of steadies out and gets going. Currently, our... Where is it? Where's our machines? They're over there somewhere. There it is. Our machines are just getting going. We're going to have to do the same and flip our steel train too. However, what we can do is this section of the sawmill, which would be... Oh, I don't know which way around this is now. This one will be... Well, this one's platform 2, so this is heading back, isn't it, to Grand Rapids. If we just put that on normal, we don't need to wait, do we? I would like to hold this one up until this train gets back to here. No, probably here. And then we'll send this one on its way and we'll remove the weight. And we'll just let it filter out over time. And then we can maybe hold them up if we're running the platform dry, as it were. I scooted past it a mile. I've been really looking forward to doing this episode. The reason being, we've done a lot of work, haven't we, on adding new industries up and tweaking our network and building. Now it's about taking a look at how things are going and making sure we're supplying everything. Reverse, yes please. We'll get him going, although that was bad timing. No, it wasn't. That's probably good timing. There's one of our oil trains. There we go. Things are underway. Eventually, this should fill up. Although, I am going to say we might need longer ore trains, both coal and iron. And we could indeed change this to something similar to what we've done here with the platform on this side. Because this is getting busy. This is a freight main line. It is super busy. I've been watching it. Letting it play but not saving it. We do get quite a bit of traffic through this station as we're approaching this junction and we meet up with the grain train that runs down here. This train, however, I've thought about adding a second platform track here, going across here and then up into where it's heading that way. We don't technically need it double tracked at all, this section here. We never want both of the trains to be heading this way at the same time. So we could force its hand by having it single track all the way and staying off the freight main line. It gets to a point where you're taking everything you possibly can, and then you can allow trains to sit there and wait for each other. However, we're not quite at that point yet. Shall I do the vote? 363 of you voted. I'll throw that up on the screen quickly so we know where we're going now. It was a 2-stage thing. You guys are awesome. Well, we've got... Well, they're strange little trucks. What's that, Isuzu? Is that how you pronounce that? Isuzu Elf. Little tankers. We might have to put them on somewhere just for the sake of putting them on. Even if they're not better. So yes, we've got new trucks. That's excellent. We're in 1967. We're rapidly approaching the 70s. Oh no, I've not changed the date. This could be a little bit faster now, shouldn't it? We need to unlock some new stuff. So yes, 154 of you voted for Switzerland. That is where we'll be heading. A good turnout for the UK. Kind of half expected that. Germany, good showing as well. Then we've got the Netherlands and France. The Netherlands had a good showing as well. Here we go. Thank you for voting. I mean, we can't go everywhere. Well, I mean, I guess we could. We could do a world map, but the scale would be awful. Unless you were just doing planes, I guess. That would be an idea. I might do that as a mini-series. Just connect everywhere with planes, capital cities or something. Anyway, there we go. Switzerland. I've got ideas already. I'm actually going to try and use a map off the workshop because it would be good to big up some of the people that take all their... Ooh, that was nice, wasn't it? 7.8 million. That's not even a full load. So they're going to be making us money, and there is our first lot of machines. Exciting times. 2 of them. Let's not count them though. Be there forever. But yes, Switzerland. Like I said, I'm scouring the workshop currently, looking for a rather nice map. I have one penciled in. I think you'll approve of it. It's a bit like a twin valleys with lots of Alps and windy tracks. And even boating is going to be there, and we could possibly have small airports in there as well, just small. It's a bigger map. There's quite a few more cities and industries, so lots to do. But yes, throw that off the screen. Should we get going with today's episode? Thank you again to everyone who voted. I was super happy with the amount of you that had your say. It's good to know what everybody would like to see. Because I didn't really have an idea. Well, I did have an idea where I wanted to go, but I couldn't decide. That's where votes come in, isn't it? I was happy to go anywhere in the world, to be honest. Did I not unpause that, you Burke? Wait, no. Quick, do it now. Do it now. Manage, we want the line. Manage line. Do it now. Quick, go, go, go. There we go. In fact, it's started to pick up production quite a bit, isn't it? It may be okay. But I'd like it just to keep running. Where is our other lumber train? Is he on the way back already? I think that's him, isn't it? Well, that'll work. That'll work. We could always hold him up if need be. We'd have to do quite a bit of reworking, wouldn't we, with this piece of track? Because we could have it bi-directional. There's no need for all of this gubbins. We could force its hand without changing the layout of the track. The only problem we get then is waiting down here. I don't know how that'll go. We could technically go on this part of the main line since that's the correct direction. We'll see, guys. We'll see how it does. I just wouldn't mind it running back down there. Now here's the idea. We can put it in. We don't have to do anything with it, but I can show you what I mean. Not with that yet. I'm waiting for a certain loco, electric loco, passenger loco to unlock before we do that. Now you see, we could go in there and head straight across. So he can come down this way, but head back that way, like on the opposite side of the track. Just for something a little different. We'd have to delete this signal and run it across here. I'm going to put it in temporarily for now, and that still wants to be one way and back here a bit. Here we go. So if we did do it this way, the actual signal would be this side heading back for us. There we go. So he would technically head up that way. Well, think about that. We've got it in. You'll see it doesn't make a mess of the junction. It's actually quite beautiful, and we can easily work that out on that side. But should it get in the way of our trains, yeah, there's our ore train. I'm really tempted to do this, something similar. Because of this. And it's going to get busier, isn't it? We've got machines train now running, and then we're going to have another two trains? We're going to have another 2 trains heading down there. We're going to have both the crude oil drop-off, refined oil drop-off, and then plastics, which has got to head all the way back up to here for the goods to Grand Rapids. I know it's all ideas today. It's all ideas. Look at this. This is good to see. Machines. How is Bloomington doing? This is interesting. I like this little bit here. Our freight train will park over this crossing. However, it's just depot access and freight that we don't... Or no, we'll never be using this freight with vehicles. There's no need. And so we can drop off everything here. If we take a look at the overlay, how are we doing? Yeah, so we'd have to take them all the way across. Even if we parked here, we're not going to reach too much in the way of the commerce anyway. At least doing it this, they've built back their houses. Look at them. Cheeky monkeys. Even if we head back in this or drop it off here, we've then got to take lots of trucks with both industry and commerce through the city, which is going to increase emissions. This way, we get pretty much all of the industry with one drop, and then the other drop, we just take that across to the other side of the town. And if we did it right, let's take another quick look. We could probably avoid most of the residential and just drop it off into the industrial area, and that should be okay for our... You've got to move out. What are you doing? That's not how that works. Build industries. They might actually build industries now that we're about to start delivering. Where is our train? Is he about to pick up a... Oh, look at it go already. Isn't that beautiful? That's pretty impressive. How much do you need? Consumers. You only need 58 at the moment. That's almost a full load. That's going to increase as it does. Beautiful example. I love that. So yeah, we'll leave that running. We've got to go and check on something over here. How's our... Well, what has happened to our headquarters there? Didn't that used to be quite big and fancy? Maybe they've changed how the scoring works on that. That's a bit tiny, isn't it? Now, I do love the sound of the blue numbers. Yeah, I don't mind those. Yeah, that's us getting money. So what's our score? 22. We've almost made 1 billion in assets. So our company value is pretty good, isn't it? Let's be fair there. It was a medium playthrough as well. Not the most difficult. We've got so much money in the bank. So we can afford to start doing things such as improving road infrastructure. Should we need it? I'm as I've said before, I like to react to these things. If the roads get too crazy, we're going to have to do something about it. Whether it's increasing our... Let's hide the UI a second and have a look at Minneapolis in action as they build a new something or other down there. Possibly commerce building. There comes a point where you don't really want to just keep throwing buses or trams at the problem. You could just optimize it a little bit. And that's where we're at now. Let's bring that back up. And we still have this. This service here is needless as people queue for it. Take it back. I love this. I love that you can have a bus route alongside a train route. And some people will choose to take your bus. That is the commerce bus. We could even send that round here, couldn't we? But it didn't have to do the tourney around. It's a bit longer, or is it? What's the line currently doing? Did you know what? That would make a bit of sense, wouldn't it? Sending it up here and around. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just rework that so they're not doing this. I mean, it's okay that they do that. But we could have... Not with that one. We could go to here and we can have one heading up that way, which would be where our green bus is running. One heading up this way, which would be where our blue buses are running. That's what we're calling them now. They're not line names, they're blue and green buses. Alright, let's manage the green line. Minneapolis to Bloomington intercity train bus. It's definitely a bus. And if we add it to just go here, it should look a bit tidier. After Bloomington, we'll just add in that waypoint. Get in there, ding, all sorts of happy. Now you run straight through. And then we'll get on, if we see what we can see. There we go. Then we get this one. Oh, what are you? We have a new plane. That's beautiful. I'll take things we're never using. It's stop 2. So after 6th Street, easy for you to say, you're going that way. That makes me happy. That's much tidier. There we go. Should we check on some of our older industries? Are they just doing their thing and are they keeping up? Yeah, you're on maximum output. This is the most we can ever supply our entire map. And nothing's being wasted. Things are being picked up and they're being delivered. This train here, our eternal shunter, our eternal double shunter, is just forever going to do its thing as well. We don't need to improve its maintenance. It just has its default maintenance. It's not like we're not giving any maintenance at all. It's just base maintenance. It keeps it just about running. That's how you can see that. But that's running too. We are max on that. So this and this that we started with, absolutely maxed out. There is nothing more we can do with that. We're not wasting anything. The line rate should match it almost identically. We won't find it in there. See what we can see. 401. Yep, there we go. Perfect. However, over here, we've still got some things to do with our logging. It's not keeping up. I thought that might be the case, and we could indeed increase the length of our trains. And if we go here, because they do a slightly longer journey, we could maybe... How long are you? Let's pause that just quickly. Should we add another wagon on the back? I think it can manage it for both of these trains. Yes. Let's just throw another wagon on the back of each of these. Cargo. I think that would be a good idea for us. In fact, so we know we've thrown one on the back, let's keep it a different colour. We can have the other one a more different colour. And then we've got 2 different trains. There we go. So that's all we're doing with that. We're just adding a little more capacity. See if that helps. I don't think that's legit. You've kind of done something a bit strange there. Hopefully it doesn't break it. It should be alright. We had enough room, right? There's plenty of turnaround up there. And they head through the station now, so we don't need to worry about them flipping either. The only thing I am concerned about a little bit is whether or not they'll fit in this station. Well, there's your answer. In fact, it's absolutely perfect. I could have put another wagon on there. That should be fine, shouldn't it? That should be absolutely fine. I guess then we can do the same here. How far is the switch away? It's quite a way, isn't it? We'll probably be able to fit another one in there. Should we do the same here? Let's try and get as much of this cargo over to the... it's awkward that it's just there and we go that way, but that's generally how stuff works in the world. It all depends on expense, doesn't it? I mean, for us, we could just plow over there. But this looks better. You're not really making the money at the moment, are you? You're kind of just making money. Well, we're definitely going to improve these then. Let's manage the vehicles. And we're going to do the same. We're going to add one of those. In fact, let's have these different colours. Let's make this one orange. That's going on the back of that one. And then on the back of this one, we'll have dark. I think it looks black when it's on there. We'll have that one on there. Modify those for 2.6 million. That's how much 2 wagons cost. We have slightly longer trains. We may in fact need to lengthen those even further. How is this junction doing? It's just moving, isn't it? We don't mind this. Again, this is the big boy grain train, isn't it? Yes, it is. He's doing his yearly or annually run. Biannual, it's like a year and a half. He heads off. Probably even a little longer than that. Where are you? You're just heading off now. Now you should go. Are you on your way? Poetry in motion. Cities in motion. Who remembers that game? I used to play that all the time. I don't like what you've done here. A nice try. What you could do though, really, is probably something like that. That would make a bit more sense to me. Some city planning went awry there, didn't it? I like this. This is almost like a park area. I do like that. It's not going to stay like that as our town is growing. Our city is growing. It's definitely a city now, isn't it? That's a cityscape. A city skyline, even. Oh dear. It's definitely not a small town anymore. It's super busy. Our buses have done the trick. You'll remember we were struggling to keep up. Both here and along our main street here. And now it's all filtered out. And yet we've got the throughput. We have people waiting here. If we look at the charts, has it increased? This is people arriving, isn't it? Yeah, that's people arriving. This is people leaving. So we've started to our job a bit. It's going to take a little bit of time, as I said, to have these figures balanced. It's all about how quickly we take them into the centre of town. And currently, Grand Rapids is doing the job. What we're going to have to check on is whether the other stations are doing the job. I see there's a little bit of a backlog here, but we were going to put it in bus service, weren't we? Yes, we were. I almost forgot. I mean, it looks like it doesn't need one at the moment, but that's because a lot of people are taking this brand new highway we put in for them. They do like to get stuck behind these old cars, don't they? Well, that happens in real life too, doesn't it? You get a queue of traffic like that. Not all cars run the same speed. Not all drivers drive at the same speed. Okay then, shall we get a bus service here? And how are we going to do it? Yep, there we go. There are people waiting up there. I would love to get these in and away from the station a little bit faster. This section here looks like it'll be ideal for a bus service to come in that way and just head out up there. Maybe even join in here as well, the opposite way. Do you know what? That's kind of nice, isn't it? And that should, if we run it down there and up there, that should be fine. Perfect. Guys, we're doing it. Which way round do we need to go? We want to be heading this way down, don't we? Let's get to our buildings. Let's get us a bus stop. This would be the first stop for us. And then would have one up here. Because we've got to think about getting up into this place. What will this side of the city be? The east side? West side? East side. Yeah, that's the east side. Represent over there. That's the east side of the city. Then we want to avoid the truck stop, so we can just pull in there. I don't want to go on the actual tram line. Which way round are you heading up here? You are doing it right, aren't you? Yeah, we need to come in that way. How do we do that? Does that make sense? This is going that way, so that's heading down there. No, it'll be heading that way. I know where we can do this. Where I was pointing to. Oh, I've still got autosave enabled. You can go that way, so you're going to come around here, wiggle your way that way, and then we'll head this way. Would that be right? Yes. Not confusing myself at all. One there. We'll have one here. I don't mind how many stops we have. We could even have it down here, couldn't we? We might need to upgrade the roads a little bit though. We'll see how this works. Just go there. Did I just put truck stops in, you Burke? When did I change that to bus stops? Truck stops. I wasn't even paying attention. Put the right one in. I got click happy somewhere. I did it again. Stop that. Right, you go there. And in fact, there, go there. It doesn't really matter. It's a bit close to the junction, isn't it? You go there. I bet I know what it was. I was looking at that. I was like, yeah, we need truck stops. Lots of them. No, we don't. No, we don't. Never do. There. Fixed it. We're all sorted. Let's make a new line. So you're heading this way. Let's go. All the way down there. This will be kind of a residential run, wouldn't it? Of sorts. Down there. We might need to add another stop on that to send it up here. Again, you don't have to. This is perfectly fine. But as I always say, I like to give my little peoples options. Lots of options. I don't like them walking out the door too far to their bus stops because I'm a kind transport manager that runs at a loss to get you onto my big earners, which have really expensive ticket prices. So I'm not that kind, am I? No. Just sneaky. Right, Davis Street. Add one there. Beautiful. That's a little not tidier. What are you doing there? Shouldn't you head that way? We need a waypoint. Oh yes, I did the same with the trams too. This will be, I don't know which one this will be. I think we're actually going to have this as a residential. Bloomington residential. In fact, wouldn't it be Bloomington train station? But that's what it's dealing with. It's the main line for going to the train station. I like that. Which means we can have it the same colour as the trains. It's almost like a bus service, a park and ride service for our trains there. Ooh, I like that. But you're not done, are you? We need the waypoint in there. I told you I was looking forward to this. I love the logistics side of Transport Fever. Right, let's get in the extra stop after upping Hibber. Oh, that tickled me. Upping Hibber. There we go. We'll get in there. I might even rename that. Dear oh dear, man. Okay, yeah, it's not going to work now, is it? You're missing something. We don't have any buses. Or they're going to have to come from up there, miles away. And the train station's a little packed. Is there a train coming? There is. Is it too packed, though? Oh, there's actually a train in there. I thought this was a passenger train. I don't know how you'd all get on there. Don't sit in between the wagons. It's not a good idea. Are these even the new wagons? You're distracted. You haven't put your buses on. We've got a bit of a snafu there. We're not got the capacity, have we? That might change soon, though. I'm hoping to unlock some electric trains that'll be super fast. Right, let's get some buses on that line. I don't know how many we're going to need. We're going to start with 6 and we can add more should we need them. Fishbowl. Goldfish bowl. That would have to be gold, as someone pointed out. Which it is not. How many do we need? Ooh, I say 6. Let's just buy 6. 1.6 million's worth of buses. Bargain. And Bloomington train station route. Let's see how they like that. Do they look nice in green? I like this green. They look a bit military, don't they? We've got like military buses. Colour scheme. So let's see how they spread out. We'll probably check back on that in the next episode or before the end. It might help here. There is a touch of overcrowding here. However, I wonder if any of those are in fact going to places on this side. Which, I believe that answers our question immediately. We already have people either would take our tram, but would walk all the way down to the closest stop for the tram. Or they're new to public transport. We've got them out of their car and onto our public network. Isn't that marvellous? I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, I could sit and watch this map all day. Sometimes I do spend an hour watching it, seeing how things work around the map. One thing I would like to do, that was beautiful. One thing I would like to do is possibly extend these trains. I think we could fit another couple of carriages on the end. Wagons even. The only issue we'd have is the length of the train. However, if we're going to do this bit, should we do it? We've got enough time, haven't we? Plenty of time in this episode. Let's pause it. We're going to do what we did on the other one. I'd prefer them not to cross over. It seems a little pointless. So we're going to have to leave ourselves enough room. Dear oh dear. They do some weird stuff, don't they, with the spacing of the tracks. Let's configure this. Every time. I should check, really. Because you can't delete from in here. Let's just give us enough room to fit this track in. We'll go that way. I mean, it doesn't matter how many tracks you put in either, does it? We just want access to the other side. Is that enough? Yeah, we go. We can actually fit 2 in. Brilliant. You get in there, there, there. And that's where our new platform's going to be, guys. Just there. In fact, you're going to have to do it. And that way, do you know what we could do? We could actually lengthen these in preparation. We're going to have to get rid of some more track this side. It's curving a little too early. We're not going to need any of that. Well, technically we could, but we're not. We're going to work it how it's supposed to be. Okay, get back into this. Configure. I would just like to be able to pick up more of everything for this station. I think an extra Yeah, an extra one either end should do us. We don't have to worry about crossovers then. We can keep it in. I don't mind that one being kept in, as long as we can drift off up here. I don't want the station to be perfectly symmetrical either. So we want to get tracks. We're going to go from here if it keeps the speed. It's a bit slow, isn't it? Can we have a better speed? There, 50, 60. 60 is good enough, pulling into a station. And then we still can use this signal to get up into there. Right, you need to connect these together, don't forget that. We're going to have through trains, you see, as well. Connect this bit back up. Gently does it. I did mention previously that we'd need to work on that a touch. As we're doing, obviously we're not finished yet, as we need to add the platform the other side, and then we can reroute our train over there instead. I don't know what you're doing there. That one doesn't need to be all the way down, does it? Right, get up here. We're still pretty much running the same distance through here, or in exactly the same place even. I prefer this better. We've got no other reason to head that way. Sure. 65. I don't think you're going to get up to speed anyway. That's nice and smooth. Let's put the... Oh, connect this back up, even though we're not using it any longer. You can go there. And this would be the one that heads across here. Not that it's going to be used. So we can have this slow. Just like a small crossover. It looks like it was once a thing, which it was, wasn't it? It was once a thing. Right, then we need a one-way signal in there for that one. And we need a signal. I'll put the station in first. You're not finished. We need cargo platforms. There we go. Is that the cargo? It is indeed. We're going all the way up there now. Much longer. And then we can lengthen our trains. Is that as far as you need to go? It is indeed. There we go. We've got longer platform for that train. Quickly, let's do the same up here. Otherwise, we're going to run into issues up here as well, aren't we? This needs to be at least a couple longer, I would say. There. And then we'll add a couple more platforms. Either side. We'll just leave it like that for now. It doesn't look too bad. It's a bit right-angly, isn't it, on the old ground there. It is a cutting. I mean, it makes sense to be like that. That's not even connected. That makes me uncomfortable. How many times can GT get distracted? This many. Go up there. Yeah, that's better. Fact, smooth that down a bit. Not needed. It's all part of the station. In fact, can we just put some concrete there? You get this one. Flatten it, like so. Make it look a little more industrial, although I'm not sure what we're doing with that yet, so leave it alone. There we go. You get going. We're just going to flip him again and send him back. Eventually, once this coal delivery picks up, I've gone the wrong way. You're over there, aren't you? No, you're over here. We're almost the right way. Are we okay over here now? Yes. I don't think there's any issues. A signal here. We can add the other signal and make it two-way. More for aesthetics and detailing. There we go. And the same this side. Again, more for aesthetics than anything. This one we can have here, which is one way. We're only going to do this one way. Right at the edge of the platform there. We've got actually enough runoff here, so we could have slightly longer trains, couldn't we? Lovely. I need the signal things back on because we can't see them. I like it so far. Right. Will you move all your goods over to the new platform if we change this to P2? I believe this is P2, right? It should be. Manage line. What is this called? Upper Minneapolis. Should we rename this to... would it be Minneapolis? I'm going to say that's more... Well, yes, possibly. Go on then. But this would be better as Minneapolis Coal. Minneapolis Coal, could you go... No, that's right. Could you go to... Is that coal? Yes, it says it's right there. P2, have you changed all your coal across? There we go. It's no longer full either. I like it, guys. I like it. Yeah, we're no longer using this platform. I mean, it would be cool to make it overgrown, wouldn't it? But we're never going to use it for anything else. This one we don't have to worry about because it's all one way, bi-directional down here. And our trains wait to enter that section over here. Now, there's a little bug that I found out. When you edit these trains, if they have a load on them, it might mess up the load. I changed in my test when I added a couple more wagons onto these. Yeah, I added the wagons on and it filled it all with one item. So it replaced half of the train with one item. Bit bizarre. I don't know what happened there. But this over here, where are you? Yeah, this was no longer even. I don't know whether it's... Oh, it's going to upgrade, guys. We're upgrading our steel mill. The timing. So we need to find empty trains and do them one at a time. Like this one. If we manage this vehicle and just this train, I would like to throw on just a couple more of our gondolas there. Just like that. And then modify it. Now you're carrying 18. Do we have another empty one? Maybe. No, they're both full. Or partially full. So we'll have to wait. That's fine though. That's what we'll do for the rest of the episode. We'll wait until he drops off. Now this is going to free up the track on this side. I like that a lot. When we head into here, we're going to be all freed up. Back, can we speed this up? We're just going to get stuff running. Because it's going to take a while for him to get down here, isn't it? I don't want to unbalance our coal and iron, if possible. Although I will check it when it upgrades. Whoosh! That's not how fast trains do. Oh, there goes our factory. Our factory just upgraded. Boys. Oh, I didn't even rename that one, you plonker. This would be Hibbing then, I think. What it's calling it. Hibbing Steel Mill. I'm terrible. I thought I named all these. Or did I? I think I did on my map. I just didn't do it for the series. How did you get away with that? Are they all called that? No, that's Hibbing. Maybe I just missed it. Grand Rapids. I named that one. Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids. Plano. Plano? Not really. Oh dear, I was terrible. Grand Rapids. There we go. I can't even believe that's still Plano as well. Grand Rapids. There we go. Done. Guys, we're in. Oh! Look at the big trucks! We've got Peterbilts. We've got no big hauls, have we? Do you know, I'm really tempted to run coal and iron in by a truck, just so we can have some of these big long haul trucks. We had new buses there as well. Right, he's delivering into our newly improved steel mill, and then we can change this one. Once he's empty, add a few more wagons on the back. That's him. And just a couple more. Replace now. There we go. You're longer. I love it. Guys, I love it. Where's our other one? Hopefully he's close. Oh, you're coming right up there. Behind, aren't you? I thought they were moving a bit quick. It was on fast forward. Oh, where are you going? That's not where you go. What on earth are you doing down there? Guys, why is he down here? What on earth are you doing? How even? Did you go round that way? How did he get over there? I don't even know what you're doing there. That makes no sense to me. I changed his... Yeah, I don't know either, guys. I don't know. And what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for... Oh, you're waiting for that. Well, you don't really want to be doing this, but well, just do it now. You've made a mess of it. Might as well continue. It was probably when we edited the station. More than likely. Oh, they're all bunched up now. That's a little sad. I don't know how you got over there. But you did. That's pretty amazing. Has he just been on a tour of the map? The line itself is working. Anyway, we're going to have to end it, aren't we? Yep, that's a sour way to end it. So when we come back, we got new vehicles to take a look at. We've got to get those Peterbilts in. Are we all happy about having long-haul trucking? I sort of am. I'm down with that. So we'll jump on board this. I'll change the other one shortly. Well, we could do it now. Come on, do it, Gran. Just fast forward it. This one's just going to turn around anyway. And if it doesn't, I'm going to force it to turn around because you've done silly things. Right, go. Just turn around. Go, go, go. Don't hang around in here. What are you doing? There we go. I don't know what he was up to. He got rerouted somehow. A little bizarre. There we go, guys. Let's edit our final train. He can wait as long as he wants. Get that one in. No, that's the same one you've already done. No. Right, manage vehicle. There we go. Now you've selected the right one. I might have had the wrong one selected. 1, 2. Now you should have 18. Done. Guys, we're in. In fact, let's get on this one. We don't get on the coal train very often. We'll give you a little bit of a cab ride, not a long one today. It was a busy episode. Alright guys, that has been episode 23, I think. We're on board our coal train. A little bit down the way. Because I forgot what I was going to say, as you do. In the outro. It's marvellous. But yes, we're going to hook up the refined oil. We're going to take it down to the plastics and think about setting that up so that we can start crafting some goods for Grand Rapids. And possibly add a boat, shifting it across the water. I want to mix it up now. We've done all the main line. Drop a comment below if you're happy with some Peterbilts doing some semi-long haul stuff with our coal mine and our iron ore mine. I kind of feel like that will be a fun challenge for us as well. They can go on the winding roads, maybe go across the upcoming freeway. Who knows? But until then, take care.